Hey up lads and lasses, Danfire here, back again with some more GR2 content for you today. So there's been an update and we're going to go through that, so we'll have a look at the patch notes in a second. And yeah, just so you know, if I'm a little bit red, it's because I did the very typical British thing of, it's cold outside but the sun's out, so you go out without any sunscreen or anything on and then just end up bright red and burning. Yeah, it's a good weekend though. So, we have the Lucky Wheel event, so that's going to swap out for the last event. Lucky Wheel it's not too bad. It's sort of in the medium tier for rewards that you need to pay for, because all the events you need to pay for in the end. But if you do save up your currency, and that's your sort of goal, is save up currency, spend it on single events, this is one of the better ones to try and do that on. We are going to get the Immortal Carrier and the T-Nukes. The T-Nukes turns into the Dust Maker. It's a very powerful... it's probably one of the better tacticals. I do recommend trying to grab T-Nukes and turn them into Dust Makers. Even the purple version's good enough. It's better just because of the effect it has. We'll go more into it a little bit later. We are also getting the SSR Captain's Marshal Davico and SR Maid Janice in the Prob Up. And your last currency can be recycled. I can't remember which one Davico and Janice are, so we'll have a look at those as well. So, interesting, we get the Immortal again. I think that was the event before last. Was Immortals? I could be wrong. Oh, we had Monster last, didn't we? And then it was Epos before that. Then was it Red Dragon? Might have been Red Dragon. So, let's have a look at this Lucky Wheel event. It's the first time I've logged in today because I've been busy with work, unfortunately. So, ignore all the exclamation marks just everywhere. Lucky Wheel. So, yeah. The Immortal Combox, is it still the Fell Hunter or something? Church over here. Oh, that was it. It should have been the Fell Hunter on the last Red Dragon one it was, or something like that. Not the Church, but okay. I see a Tiger Shock Torp. Is the T-Nukes? T-Nukes down there. So basically, do stuff and you get a roll, and that's about it for this event. Reward-wise, Tiger Shock Torpedoes, after some testing by a viewer, he actually came to the conclusion that Trials breaks this weapon entirely, just ignore Trials for this. Number-wise, Tiger Shocks on average have better damage output than the anti-ships, with the Nano still being probably top in spot for consistency. So it's potentially better to run these Tiger Shock Torpedoes instead of anti-ships. I'm building a couple at the moment to test on my Epos to make sure this is the case. But I will let you guys know when I've finished that off and tested it properly. Immortal's really good carrier. One of the better carriers, I think, in my opinion. It's got fantastic ability to tank just exceedingly large amounts of damage. It can sit there and just take a beating for a while, as long as there is no penetration on the enemy fleet. If there is, then it's going to drop like a wet paper towel. So it's also good because it's not a UAV carrier, and UAVs do have a lower damage output than everything else in the game at the moment. But it is more set up towards laser output damage, and I ran snaking cannons on mine because they're just good. Empty rail guns would probably be a good bet for it as well. Mid-core optional box, 1 orange, yeah, it's pretty good for free-to-play players, but it's on the top line, so you're probably never going to get it. Cruiser, we got the Church. Shield module box are always nice. Nice gift boxes are quite nice if you're trying to max out some captains. And the typical energy, ST, Kryptons, etc. In the extra rewards on 5 rolls, we got 5 Tiger Shock comms, 10 Church comms and a nice gift box, 15 Church comms and some pre-shaped crystal boxes, Immortal 20 comms and shaped metal, and the T-Nukes. And yeah, again, these are... They're pretty good. Again, they turn into the Dustmaker, and I do rate the Dustmaker. I think it's a good tactical because of its ability, which allows it to... I thought it didn't fire for a second there. Which allows it to leave this cloud of dust particles, which reduces the range on the enemy ships, meaning they have to get closer to you. Very useful for if you're running a short-range fleet. You can get the enemy to come to you as you're approaching them, decreasing the amount of time that you're off target and getting your guns on target sooner. With this, we're also getting the Merchant Pirates. So in here, we are getting treasure compasses. If you want to try and max out this event, these are what you're going to be buying on a daily basis. This will help push you forward and try and get you to towards the end results a little bit quicker. Then the typical blues are Star Coins, Development Accelerator, Appreciate Crystal Boxes, Commander Stamina Boxes. If you're still leveling, buy every single one of those Commander Stamina Boxes. It will help you out. Lunar Eclipse, one of the better UAVs. This is the one that increases the EM resistance by 15%. It's one of the better ones because its damage output's quite good. It's slightly better than a Shadows, I believe. The negative resistances is kind of mute. The way it's calculated doesn't favour it at all, unfortunately. Krypton Keys, always nice. Recruitment, always nice. Subsystem Converters, quite useful as well. And pre-R&D mats. The fact that these are limited in the event only kind of sucks a bit because they only give the tier 1 of the R&D materials. And yeah, they're not particularly great. Other than that, we have the captains to look out. So captains have been swapped. So we've got, Davico is that guy. And that's the shield woman then. So, Chambermaid Janice, when ally shields are destroyed, they give the effect of immune damage for a certain amount of time. This works very much the same way that the EPOS and the Red Dragon's ability works, which is once their shield drops, they ignore a certain number of damage, a certain amount of damage instances applied to them. So in some cases that could be a Dustmaker hitting the hull doing 0 damage. In other cases it could get hit by a bunch of snaking cannon shots and be pretty much pointless in that instance. She's not terrible, but she's definitely maybe C or B tier, so she is quite mid-tier. Davico, similar sort of issue here. He's got this great tanking ability, but it only affects a single enemy target, which unfortunately, it's not particularly good. If it forced an entire enemy fleet to attack him and does the damage reduction, you'd probably be pretty high, might be even A tier at that point. But due to the fact that it is a single enemy that his skill applies to, it's almost pointless, to be honest with you. There are captains that have similar damage reduction that's always active or much easier to activate, so it doesn't make much sense. The taunt's quite nice, I guess, though. Anyway, guys, so that is the event and the captains, and yeah, so there is a little announcement. I can't give you full details of it. I have got more information, but the devs have asked me to keep stum on it for a little bit while longer. So when they give me the go-ahead, we're going to have a big reveal, but there is a big update coming mid next month. That's definitely going to change up the meta a fair bit. Well, hopefully we'll change up the meta a fair bit. Other than that, channel-wise, next month I will be back to streaming every Friday and Saturday. Work is going to calm down for me at that point, so I'll be able to get back onto it. So you guys can come and chat and hang out and have a beer. Other than that, have a good one, guys, and I'll catch you next time.